stunning eruption of Krasheninnikov Volcano after 600 years dormancy. A stunning natural phenomenon unfolds. Volcano erupts after 6 centuries. In a remarkable display of nature's power, video footage has revealed the eruption of the Krasheninnikov volcano in Russia, marking its first eruption in an astonishing 600 years. This event took place on the isolated Kamchatka Peninsula, located in the far eastern part of the country. The eruption unleashed a massive ash plume that soared to an impressive height of 6 kilometers, approximately 3.7 miles, capturing the attention of scientists and aviation authorities around the globe. Why this eruption is significant? The Krasheninnikov volcano, which had been dormant for centuries, erupted just days after a powerful earthquake measuring 8.8 on the Richter scale struck the region, making it the 6th strongest earthquake ever recorded. This eruption underscores the critical need for monitoring the Kamchatka Peninsula, a region known for its high volcanic activity and seismic dynamism. Interestingly, the same earthquake is thought to have triggered the eruption of Krasheninnikov, the most active volcano in Kamchatka, which began erupting shortly thereafter. Key details to note. Aerial footage has vividly captured the ash and gas plumes rising dramatically from the Krasheninnikov volcano, which stands at a height of 1,856 meters. The eruption commenced around 6 a.m. local time on Sunday, as reported by officials from the Krasheninnikov State Nature Reserve, where the volcano is situated. In response to the eruption, the Kamchatka branch of Russia's Ministry for Emergency Services issued an orange aviation alert, indicating a heightened risk for aircraft due to volcanic ash. While no ashfall was reported in populated areas, minor ash deposits were noted in the remote Krasheninnikov-Bogachevskaya tundra. Fortunately, reserve staff and researchers in the vicinity were evacuated safely, and there were no reported injuries. Authorities confirmed that local communities and infrastructure were not in danger. Given the surrounding landscape, which consists mainly of volcanic barrens and lava fields, the risk of wildfires remains minimal, and no life-threatening impacts have been identified. Personnel from the Krasheninnikov Reserve are actively monitoring the volcano through photo and video surveillance and are collecting ash samples for further laboratory analysis. Scientists in the area are on high alert for any signs of additional seismic or volcanic activity. The Kamchatka Peninsula is renowned for being one of the most volcanically and seismically active regions on Earth, housing around 300 volcanoes, with 29 currently active. On Monday, the Russian Emergencies Ministry reported that the volcano had once again produced an ash plume, this time reaching nearly 4,000 meters in height. Reactions from experts. Olga Jurina, the head of the Kamchatka Volcanic Eruption Response Team, stated, "This is the first historical eruption of the Krasheninnikov volcano in 600 years, as reported by Kremlin newswire RIA. The Kamchatka Ministry of Emergency Situations shared on Telegram, "The ash plume is moving eastward from the volcano towards the Pacific Ocean. There are no populated areas in its path, and no ashfall has been recorded in inhabited regions." Nikolai Solovyov, who leads the security service at the Krasheninnikov State Nature Reserve, mentioned, "At 6 a.m., I received a notification about the eruption from our security and scientific teams who were conducting research near the volcano. They reported an increase in the eruption's intensity, including a rise in the ash column and the emergence of steam and gas jets from cracks on the volcano's slopes. At that point, all reserve personnel had evacuated the area around the erupting volcano." Vsevolod Yakovlev, the acting director of the Krasheninnikov State Nature Reserve, remarked, "A volcanic eruption is certainly a fascinating event, especially for scientists. However, it's important to remember that Krasheninnikov is one of 8 active volcanoes within the Krasheninnikov Nature Reserve. Therefore, its eruption is not entirely unexpected in a region characterized by high volcanic activity." What lies ahead? Authorities in Kamchatka are maintaining a state of alert. With ongoing aviation warnings and additional monitoring measures in place, engage with us. What are your thoughts on the implications of this volcanic eruption? Do you believe that enough is being done to monitor such natural phenomena? Share your opinions in the comments below. Massive Russian volcano erupts after 8.8 magnitude earthquake. What you need to know. Imagine a scene where the Earth's fiery heart roars to life, casting a shadow of ash across the sky. Kamchatka Volcano in eastern Russia erupted in a powerful display just hours after an 8.8 magnitude earthquake rattled the region. But here's where it gets controversial. Could the quake have amplified the volcano's fury? The Geophysical Center of the Russian Academy of Sciences shared updates via Telegram, noting a descent of hot lava on the volcano's western flank and explosive glows above its peak. The Kamchatka branch of the Academy captured the drama on camera, offering a front-row view of nature's raw power. The ash cloud from the eruption stretched at least 1.5 miles high and spread 36 miles east of the volcano. The Kamchatkan Volcanic Eruption Response Team warned that ash plumes could reach up to 5 miles high at any moment, posing a significant hazard to nearby areas. While the full extent of the damage remains unclear, the eruption has already made its mark on the landscape. In the weeks preceding the earthquake, the volcano showed signs of increased activity. On July 21st, a team of Russian scientists discovered a lava lake at the summit, indicating that the volcano was on the brink of an eruption. This event highlights how seismic activity can sometimes intensify volcanic eruptions, even if it doesn't trigger them directly. Standing at 15,597 feet above sea level, Krasheninnikov is the tallest active volcano in both Asia and Europe, according to NASA's Earth Observatory. Located on the Kamchatka Peninsula, a region known for its geological volatility due to its position on the Pacific Ring of Fire, Krasheninnikov is no stranger to dramatic displays of nature's might. The earthquake that struck the peninsula on July 29th was one of the most powerful ever recorded, potentially generating tsunami waves over 10 feet high along the coasts of Hawaii, Ecuador, and Russia. This dual disaster underscores the interconnectedness of Earth's systems and the unpredictable nature of natural phenomena. The volcano, situated approximately 280 miles north of Petropavlovsk-Kamchatsky, the regional capital, last erupted in late 2023. During that event, it produced a 1,000-mile-long river of dust and ash that rose up to 7.5 miles above the Earth's surface. Such eruptions are typical for Krasheninnikov, given its active status. According to a USGS representative, the recent earthquake likely increased the intensity of the eruption, though it wasn't the cause. This eruption, like many others, serves as a reminder of the dynamic forces shaping our planet. And this is the part most people miss. How do such events affect the local ecosystems and human populations in the long term? As we continue to monitor these geological wonders, it's essential to consider both the immediate impacts and the broader consequences of such dramatic natural occurrences. What do you think? Should we invest more in predicting and mitigating the effects of such disasters? Russian volcano erupts for the first time in 500 years. Imagine a volcano awakening after centuries of silence, a dramatic event that has scientists and locals alike on high alert. But here's where it gets even more intriguing. This isn't just any eruption. It's the first time in over 500 years that Russia's Krasheninnikov volcano has roared back to life. And this is the part most people miss. Experts believe it might be linked to a massive 8.8 magnitude earthquake that shook the region just last week. Could these events be more than a coincidence? Let's dive in. 2 days ago, the Krasheninnikov volcano in Russia's remote Kamchatka Peninsula erupted, sending an ash plume soaring up to 6 kilometers, 3.7 miles, into the sky. Thankfully, Russia's emergency ministry assured there's no immediate threat to populated areas. But the drama didn't stop there. Just hours later, another powerful earthquake struck the region, triggering tsunami warnings in 3 areas of the peninsula. It's like nature decided to remind us of its raw power, all at once. Here's the controversial part. Both the eruption and the recent quakes might be connected to that colossal 8.8 magnitude earthquake from last week, which sent tsunami warnings rippling as far as French Polynesia and Chile. Russian experts had warned of strong aftershocks. But could this volcanic eruption be part of the same seismic chain reaction? It's a question that's sparking debate among scientists. To put it in perspective, the last time Krasheninnikov erupted was back in the 15th century, a time when the world was vastly different. Olga Jarina, head of the Kamchatka Volcanic Eruption Response Team, suggests this recent activity could indeed be tied to the earlier earthquake. But not everyone agrees. Some argue that while the timing is striking, proving a direct link between earthquakes and volcanic eruptions is complex. And this is where it gets even more fascinating. The Kamchatka Peninsula sits squarely in the Pacific Ring of Fire, a hotspot for seismic and volcanic activity. So, while the region is no stranger to earthquakes and eruptions, this particular sequence of events has raised eyebrows. Could it be a sign of more activity to come? Or is it just a rare, isolated incident? Sunday's 7.0 magnitude quake in the Kuril Islands added another layer of concern, with Russia's emergency ministry warning residents in 3 Kamchatka areas to stay away from the shore, despite expected wave heights of just 18 centimeters, 7 inches. It's a reminder that even seemingly minor events can have significant implications. So what do you think? Is this eruption a one-off event, or could it be the beginning of a larger pattern? Are we underestimating the interconnectedness of earthquakes and volcanic activity? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. This is one conversation that's bound to heat up.